Deep in Sunny Meadow, where the dandelions glowed like tiny suns, lived a little fox named Faye. Now, Faye was no ordinary fox. She was the fastest runner, the cleverest game player, and had the bushiest, most beautiful tail in the whole meadow. But Faye had one tiny problem. She never, ever listened. Not even a little bit. One bright morning, Faye's mother was packing a picnic basket. "Faye, my dear," she said, her voice warm like honey, "we're going to Berry Patch Hill for lunch. Please be careful on the way. The rain last night made the ground near Whispering Creek very muddy. Stick to the high path. Berries." She loved berries. "Okay, Mom," she chirped, but her ears were already tuned to the thought of juicy strawberries and plump blueberries. The words about mud and paths just flew right over her head like a fluffy cloud. Without a second thought, she zipped out the door. "Race you there," she called back, her bushy tail a flash of reddish. She wasn't going to take the long, winding, high path. Oh, no! Faye knew a shortcut, a super fast shortcut, right alongside Whispering Creek. Faster was always better, she thought. She bounded through the tall grass, her little legs a blur. She could already taste the sweet berries. She saw the creek sparkling ahead and grinned. This was so much quicker. Her mom would be so surprised when she was already at the top of the hill, waiting with a grin. As she got closer to the creek, the ground felt a little squishy under her paws. She barely noticed. She was too busy imagining the feasts that awaited her. Her mother's warning was a forgotten whisper. Muddy ground. Be careful. The memory flickered for a second, but Faye just giggled and ran faster. What was a little mud to the fastest fox in Sunny Meadow? Then it happened. One paw went squish, the next went squelch, and before she could even say berries, she was sinking. Splat! Faye landed right in the middle of a huge, gooey, sticky mud puddle. Mud was everywhere. It was in her fur, on her nose, and even a little bit dripped from the tip of her ear. She tried to get up, but her paws just slipped and slid. She was stuck. Well and truly stuck. Just then, she heard giggling. Barnaby, the badger, and Squeaky, the squirrel, were coming down the high path, following her mother's directions. They peered down at her from the dry trail. "Faye!" squeaked Squeaky, his little whiskers twitching. "You look like a walking mud pie." Barnaby chuckled. A deep, rumbly sound. Her friends weren't being mean. They were just stating the obvious. She had been so sure her way was better, so eager to be first, that she hadn't listened at all. Barnaby slid carefully down the bank, holding onto a strong root. Squeaky scurried to find a long, sturdy branch. "Here, Faye," Barnaby said kindly. "Grab onto this." Faye took the branch. With a big heave from Barnaby and a lot of encouraging squeaks from Squeaky, they pulled her out of the muddy mess. She stood there, dripping and embarrassed, but also very grateful. She looked at her friends, a sheepish smile on her face. "Thanks," she mumbled, shaking a bit of mud from her ear. Okay. Maybe listening isn't such a bad idea after all." From that day on, Faye was still the fastest and cleverest fox in Sunny Meadow. But she learned that sometimes the best shortcut is to listen to those who care about you. And she discovered that while racing ahead is fun, walking together with friends on the safe path is even better, especially when it leads to a delicious picnic. Thank you for watching our story today! If you enjoyed Faye's adventure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Tailies from Sunny Meadow. See you next time!